Hello YouTube! Welcome back. Hello, how you doing? I'm playing Dwarf Fortress. This is Cryptbeards XVII, episode 3, or possibly 2 if I number the embark preparations as episode 0. Who knows? To be honest, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, it's in a playlist. Just follow along. I'm sure you'll get to grips with it sooner or later. Another blisteringly shit introduction to a YouTube video from the Scoundrel N. I'm getting quite the archive of them, you know. One day I'll be able to edit together a greatest shits list of all of my worst intros, and it will be probably almost as long as the amount of time I spent sleeping in my life. Anyway, where were we? Let's recap and figure out where we are. So, we've embarked on a map with a volcano and a single square of mountain biome in opposing corners. We've got a lovely bit of plains in the middle. I say plains, it's forest, but it's nice and flat, so let's call it a plain. That'll be good enough for me. What the hell? Okay, calm down. Don't start setting burrows randomly by pressing the wrong button, scoundrel. That's not going to get you anywhere good. We've got some temporary stockpiles outside here just to get things slightly organised. We've got a furniture stockpile which is holding stuff being made by our carpenter and our mason. Please excuse my burping. I've just made myself a cup of coffee and you know how it goes. Oh no, filthy! My kidneys did not explode. It was all very, very, very civil when I sat down and went for a wee. So civil I sat down. Although I was worried about the pressure. I was scared I was going to give myself whiplash when I started the flow, but turns out it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Although it did make a high-pitched keening noise, which was quite teeth-grating. But there you go. It's true, you don't play Dwarf Fortress, you coexist with Dwarf Fortress in a constant state of mutual mistrust, Vehamut. That is correct. As is your use of your introduction in chat. One of my favourites, I have to say. I keep saying that. Some of them, I didn't do the most amazing work on. I might have to revisit some of them, I think. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we're talking about the fortress. So here's our entryway. We've got our trading post being built here. I don't know why that hasn't been finished yet. Maybe we haven't got architecture enabled for anybody. We'll have to look at Dwarf Therapist. This is our mining shaft, which is going down to try and find the caverns. We're just blitzing straight down with a couple of cavern baffles in between and hoping that we find the caves so we don't have to worry about breaching them with our living quarters. This is a barracks. Underneath there is a what is intended to be an archery range. We come through here, which has yet to have all of its traps and stuff fitted. How many floors below have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we don't have that many floors. Well, we're not doing any fatal fall pit traps in this area. This stairway goes up, not down, and that leads to the graveyards, then the temple complex. Graveyards, as yet undug. Temple complex, as yet undug. And if you go a bit further up, there's a connecting corridor which leads to this other set of stairs, which goes all the way down, 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 down. There we go, to the kitchen and dining area, which is still a very basic... we will replace this with something grander when resources permit. But for now, we've got a food stockpile, a kitchen and a distillery, or a still, and this will be our dining room when we get cracking. Still not got any bedrooms, which is an issue, but we're still digging out. We're still digging out. I mean, if anybody has any helpful critique of my techniques, feel free to pipe up in chat. I may not get to them immediately because I have a habit of letting chat get away from me, but you know, I will definitely consider any advice given. I'm not prissy about backseat driving in this stream. It's quite welcome. Let me quickly add another dig hole because I want to add a doorway onto that corridor there. Doesn't matter that it's at priority 4 because you have to get through all the 6s to get to the 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. This floor, sorry, this is our last floor that we've got anything designated on. It's going to be our production floor. These are going to be offices for the various roles that require them, and these here are each going to contain a workshop, mason, carpenter, say, surrounded by a little stockpile of their raw materials. Bigger stockpiles down here in the future, and these should be the stockpiles for their outputs, and we'll see how we fare. Obviously, got to be careful not to breach that mine shaft there, because that's going to be an issue if we do, but I think we can quite safely build around it. It's very obvious. I'm not going to plough through it without realising, he says, just before doing it, probably. So there we go, we're back up to speed and unpaused. Unpaused? Unpaused, there we go, fantastic. Let's just move that around so I've got my menu, because I'm still not brave enough to play without the prompts on there. So, where are we going next? What's the plan? I mean, I am tempted to start cracking into that volcano and getting some sweet magma for the magma forges. However, I recognise that as the hubris it is and will restrain myself. We're going to start by... Oh, they're moving all the food indoors at the moment. We've got no idlers, so maybe I should just let them get everything moved downstairs and then start thinking about stuff. Once the barracks room has been dug out, I'm going to turn that into a temporary dormitory, so at least they've got somewhere to sleep. In fact, now that I think about it, let's build some beds. Let's place some beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bang! They now have somewhere to sleep. Once the beds are in there, I'll designate it a dormitory, and they can all have a lovely little snoozle. It'll be nice. They'll get lots of lovely rest. Plump helmet priorities. That's a good point. We want them only to be brewed with? Is that right? We want them to be brewed with the plump helmets and not cooked? I think so. How do I do that? Is it Z? It's Z. Kitchen. Oh, look at that. It's all coming. I remember everything. It's all coming back to me. I feel like Paul Atreides drinking deep of the spice. So we've got 80 plump helmets, and they're currently allowed to be cooked and brewed, but we are going to toggle cook off. That should be good, right? That means they're going to be eating a lot of raw plump helmet, but hopefully traders will turn up and we'll have enough spiked balls. Actually, this place is probably absolutely crammed full of them. I need to make a stockpile for weapons so that we can have those out of the workshop and stored safely. I should probably put them a little bit deeper in. You know what? I'm going to make this stockpile in the dining room, and we'll move it at a later date, he says. Probably not going to do that, but we will try and move it later on. Sneaky the Lost, welcome to the stream, thanks for joining us. One trick I did was to create an initial common room with tables and chairs, then also used it as an office for the manager so I could use the manager interface to keep up with production. That's not a bad idea. That kind of multifunctional space probably has a lot of benefit to it, although I have already designated space for offices. But once we've got tables and chairs in, speaking of which, let's get our mason making tables and chairs. So add, we don't need any more coffins for now, I can take those off the list, but please make tables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I put another one on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 tables, 1 each. Brilliant. And then when they're through, we'll put 7 thrones in, and hopefully that will work nicely. Cancel the coffin order, but we'll keep the doors and the blocks being produced, and hopefully that will chew up some of the random stone we've got lying around. I will need to segregate my ores and non-ore stones at some point, but we haven't got the stockpile set up, so let's not go too deep thinking about that. Okay. Hopefully the spike balls will start getting moved soon. I'm hoping they'll put the spike balls in a bin and then move them, but I realise that might be a high hope. That might be a little bit much to hope for, but we'll see. We'll see. Please excuse my glugging on my coffee here. I've overfilled it way too much. It's right up to the brim, and that's because I made a cheeky decision to add a little splash of alcohol to it, but I'm regretting it now, because I'm probably going to spill most of it before I even get it down my neck. Tragic. Such tragedy. Excuse me. Coughing and spluttering all over the place. So where are we going? Oh, Sanctum. You're a carpenter now. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Yes, the musical interludes. We've had not many of those this session, have we? Normally I'm warbling away to myself and really putting people off watching, but...
Some haggard-looking migrants have arrived.
Yes, this is what we were looking for. Let's unpause it, let them all get on board. I see them running over here. Look, if we divert your eyes down to that left-hand side. They're all trotting around. What's this? Chinchilla. Have they brought a horde of chinchillas? The most densely furred animals? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We'll let them all get onto the side of the screen, and then we'll have a little look into Dwarf Therapist. I'm going to quickly go in there now. Is that actually... Wait a second. No, it's not paused. Yeah, the frame rate's really high. They've just come onto the thing and stopped for some reason. Oh, it's because we don't have a proper dining room with a meeting hall yet. No, mind you, they should go to the wagon, shouldn't they? Let me just go up a few floors. I think the wagon's there, yeah. Are they all... I should disassemble the wagon, really. They've probably had enough time to get on. Let me just take this back to the main gateway. I'm going to go into Dwarf Therapist and refresh. See if we've got... it says we've got 7 new arrivals. As I keep tapping the refresh button, the number's not going up. So I'm going to assume they're all here. We're going to pause the screen. Pause the game. Bosh. And we'll head over to Dwarf Therapist and have a little look. Hello. And see what they're like. So who have we got here? We're not going to sort by nicknames, even though that is actually a valid method of sorting at the moment, because only the migrants don't have nicknames. But we're going to sort by migration wave anyway. Where is it? Migration wave. And look at our new people. So we've got a wax worker, a ranger, a miner, nice, pump operator, boo. You're a peasant, right? That's what the green dot is. You're a miller and you're a woodworker. Oh my goodness. 11, you say? That could mean that we can take Sanctum's duties as a carpenter away from him and push him in other directions. Give him a little bit more stuff to do. Sanctum, how do you feel about picking up some more responsibility around the fortress? Maybe we make you the broker or something like that? Because the woodcutting job's not going to keep you busy 24/7. Maybe we could add a little farming skill? Speaking of farms, we haven't made any yet, have we? Shit. That's a problem. What do I do? We'll sort that out when we get there. Who from before the break had their hand up for a dwarf? Because I know we had some people... I'm slumped in this chair, aren't I? Let me sit up a bit so you can actually... There we go. Because I know we had some people who were waiting on a name, and I've forgotten who they were. Was it you, Filthy? Not entirely sure. Anyway, so what are the skills like? Ooh. Oh, pump operating. Boo! Anyone got any decent military skills? Let's take a look. Military, here we go. Someone's got a level in dodging, ambushing, and marksdwarfship. That's got to be the ranger, right? Of course it is. Yeah. Of course it is. So, I'm not seeing... I've got some 90s here. What's that? Disease resistant. Oh, sorry, on the military skills. What am I looking at? Attributes. That doesn't really tell me much. Other skills. Here we go. So, level 11 comedians. Wow. We've got a pair of great comedians, a great pacifier, and then in the next tiers down, we've got expert, judge of intent, and negotiator. Yes, we've got our trader. Iton's turned up. You can be our trader. Do you have any appraisal? That's no. Nuka Citrus has some appraisal, but I mean, his negotiation skills just don't hold a candle to this other guy's. I'm just going to quickly head back to the game, and I'm going to make Iton Idazuntir, whoever they are. I'm going to make them the broker because that's too good a set of stats to turn down. Broker. There we go. It was Iton, wasn't it? Iton, the pump operator? I'm just going to quickly pop back over to Dwarf Therapist and check that. Yeah, pump operator. Level 11 comedian, level 8 negotiator, level 8 judge of intent, level 8 consoler. Yeah, Iton. What was your other skills? Just checking quickly. They were a pump operator. Yeah, that's not happening. Well, I'll leave the skill enabled, but whatever. Sorry, back to Dwarf Fortress. I'm back on the same screen as you guys now. Let's pick Iton. Pump. There we go. You are now our not pump operator, our broker. Bookkeeper. What's the skill for bookkeeper? Do we have that? Let's head back over to Dwarf Therapist and take a peek. Filthy will take one. I mean, feel free to claim a particular one if you want, or just ask me for a rando and I'll slap a name on him. Them. So we've already got them. It was the other skills that we were looking at. What is the required skill for a... We haven't got any medical skills. I see that for sure. What are the other rows? Bookkeeper. Bookkeeper uses... Oh, nobody in the fortress has any relevant skills. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's have a look. Rando is fine. Okay, well I shall close my eyes, observe, and I will do this. Wiggle the mouse. And this one is you. You are Iton. Oh, you're going to be the broker, apparently. So there we go. Filthy. I'm going to capitalise that, if you don't mind. F-I-L-L. Hello. F-I-L-L. F-T-H-E-E. F-T-H-E-E. Filthy. There we go. And if I commit that change, you should then see, there you go, there's the name. You're in the game. You are in the game. Let's see who else we've got. Why do we have two such great comedians? I mean, maybe we should be making these two people work together as a double act. We could have a Laurel and Hardy on our hands. I definitely think I'm going to take Sanctum's carpentry duties away and swap them over to Vukar, because Vukar's just slightly better, but they also have bowing and woodcutting better as well. And this could be a whole new life for Sanctum. We could decide to do something entirely different. Let's look at another skill. I mean, okay, we're going to enable architecture. Sanctum's got some architecture, just to get interested. Mechanics. We're going to need a mechanics workshop, because I do like the old cage traps. So we'll get that set up. You can be that guy. Who else have we got? Meddle yet not in the affairs of bards, for they are cunning, and your name can be made to scan to brave Sir Robin. That's true. That's true. Let's not start sending people off to be entertainers at the tavern just yet. I mean, we don't have a tavern yet, so we can't. But when we've got a tavern, see what happens. You get the best deals you can, Filthy. Hopefully. I mean, the thing about elves is, sure, they stink. They've got stupid ears. They don't even make a decent sizzle when you throw them in a volcano. But they do get some wild and wacky exotic animals every now and again, and it is nice to look at their wares occasionally and think, I wonder if I can train a war chimpanzee. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to breed a colony of chimpanzees in one of my previous forts, but we only ever got one. No mating pair ever turned up, which was a right pain in the bum. But there you go, what can you do? Not much, really. Right, any other skills that we're kind of missing that we can give these guys? He's got animal care and training, which is all cool. We can use that. We don't have anyone else with it. I think we're all good for now. We'll let these guys carry on with what they're doing as they are, and we'll head back to the game after committing the changes. There we go. And start thinking about making a farm, because, frankly, if we forget to make a farm, we are in trouble. Big fat trouble. Fat bottom trouble, you make my dwarf fortress games end. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Yet again, another musical mauling from the scoundrel. Let's unpause. Or not. Let's have a quick look around. I think if I dig this way through the clay, I am bound to find some plantable soil, right? That's the theory, at least. Maybe we could dig straight back from the mine entrance. Oh, I don't know, that seems a little bit dangerous, doesn't it? Decisions. How should one properly distribute their farms? I mean, we could go outside, build a building and put a roof on top of it, and that would work as a cavern, wouldn't it? Or am I being a madman there? Or we could just dig down and across. That might make sense. And then just dig underground somewhere out here where there'll probably, or almost certainly, be soil. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to dig this out here, and we're going to make this high priority. So there we go. Ding dong. Dingless, dongless, dangless. Let's then make, if I put my cursor, I can just right click on it, put my cursor there, we designate ramp, up ramp, R, we go down a floor, boom, 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 and then we should be able to continue digging along here, out underneath the greenery, which should allow us, actually no, then that leaves bare soil. Okay. If we put a few door bits there, we should be able to get ourselves a bit more security. Not a ton, but some. And, some is better than none. Probably. I mean, maybe that's not true. I mean, it's probably better to have been shot no times than sometimes. But hey. Why quibble? Why quibble? Here we go. The miners are getting there. Should end up with some soil available. Oh. No, it's still very stony. Very stony. There we go. They're digging down the floor. Surely this has got to lead to soil. The walls are soil, but not the floor. Oh no, it is a soil floor. Excellent. Excellent news. Okay, and then from somewhere along here we'll just make a big room to put stuff in. Let's pop one entryway there, and just do another one there. Hell, what the heck. And then bash, bosh, bosh. Let's quickly look up to make sure there's no stuff. That's it. There we go. And then on the outside, at some point later on, we can build a fence round for extra security or a wall. This looks like a good farming spot. And let's let them keep digging. They'll mince through this dirt, though, super quickly. And it will level them up nicely as well. That's a good thing about digging dirt and sand. They get a load of it done quickly, and they just level up like crazy. I remember I made sure I embarked with a pair of trained dogs and chained them up at the entrance to my fort to prevent sneaky kobold thieves. I knew I'd forgotten to bring something with me. We got the llamas, we got the turkeys, but we didn't bring any damn dogs, did we? And they're probably going to be a bit of a pain to get hold of, if I'm honest. Look at this, beautiful. So, build. What's a farm plot? It's P. P for plot. We'll make it full length, as long as we can, there. Or maybe I'll make them horizontal across. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, not make it giant like that. I, M, I say M. There we go. And we'll make them all the way along there. I'm going to put a little stockpile at the top just above this bit here. And that is going to be for seeds. So P, that's a farm plot again, don't want that. No. P, food. There we go. And then we need to customize it. How do I do that again? Click on it, change settings, S. Brilliant. Food. So we go to meat, and we don't want any meat, so forbid meat, forbid fish, forbid unprepared fish, eggs. Seeds are their own category, so we're just going to forbid everything except them. There we go. Boom. Good. Bone meal. Actually, we'll permit bone meal because that, if we get it, I've never had it before, but if we get it, then that's. Oh. Oh, damn it. Okay, well that's alright. We can go around here. And oh, bone meal didn't come back on. Huh. Whatever. Let's just get rid of all this stuff and keep the seeds, and then we know what we're doing then. Bang. Seeds. Done. Okay. That farm plot we can wait to get built. Maybe I'll make 3 of those. B, P, L, M. That's the word. That's the letter. Bang. And then P, K. Bosh, there we go. So we've got 3 farm plots ready for planting. A nice place to put a bank of seeds, and then we'll just keep this space all open for whatever we need to do. I think any trained animal can be used as a guard animal. Maybe your fort can have trained guard llama. That's not a bad idea. Turkeys, they're fairly intimidating animals when they get going. A flock of turkeys attacking you is no joke. I mean, it's actually probably the root of a very good joke. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? Ranger cancels return kill. Interrupted by combat. Let's have a quick look at what's going on here. Master Pace, spiked balls, and hazelwood cages. We'll be trading like nobody's business. So let's. Is it R for the reports? It is. Yes. Here we go. So enter. The flying bronze bolt strikes the chinchilla in the upper body, tearing apart the muscle and shattering the middle spine's bone. A tendon in the middle spine has been torn. Dakos Bomb Rex, the ranger, says, "Help! Save me!" Okay, so sure, the chinchilla is fighting. Yeah, the chinchillas are stuffed. I think anyone who's fighting with a crossbow against a chinchilla who says, "Help! Save me," really needs to think about their situation. I think they need to heavily consider changing their line of occupation. Aha! You have discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. Press enter to close the window. I will, thank you. Excuse me. So where have we breached? If we go up a level, right in the middle of a room in the ceiling, which is a bit of a pain. But if I say designate these 3 pillars here, we go up 1 floor, bang. There we go. We can actually go down at the ground level, and we're good. Okay, let's have a little look at the cavern. It seems quite a flat one, actually, which is nice. It expands further over there, may go deeper, but it seems relatively flat and quite open. I mean, we could get some farm plots down here fairly quickly, and it shouldn't be too difficult to build a nice... oh, right, okay, they're quite deep. Any flying stuff is going to be a major pain. But at least we have caverns now. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. That's right on the edge of the map, so can't go any further left. Okay. It would probably make sense at this point to put some doors in here. Set them to external. Also, let's put some doors in here. How many have we got? Oh, we've got loads of doors. No point worrying about how many doors we've got. We've got plenty to go around. Put some doors on there. And any more empty spaces for doors on this floor? Nope. So let's go down to the dining hall. Yes. And put some doors in there. What the hell? It's a trade depot. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Oh, caps lock is on. There we go. That makes sense. Stockpile. Kitchen. Oh, we're out of doors. Okay. Well, at least we've got our furniture stockpile being emptied out a bit. We have got a lot of bins. That's a bit of a concern, but we can always cancel the order. I've already cancelled the order for the graves, so that's not a major issue. Llamas are nasty. They're usually shy, but male ones or mothers can hit pretty hard. I bet they can. They've got those... well, they're not... Are they related to horses or cows, or are they an entirely different thing? Are they a type of deer? What is llama? I know alpacas from the Andes have hooves instead of handies, but that's about the extent of my knowledge of those kind of creatures. Okay, keep digging, everybody. What the hell? Calm down, game. Okay, they're taking those doors in. We haven't got any idlers. That's okay. Have any of the tables been built yet? Yes, they have. So let's go down to the food zone and start putting in some tables. BT. I think for this first sort of temporary dining room, we'll just go for a regular stack of tables like this. And we'll put chairs either side. Bang. That's good. Oh, we don't need 7 anymore. We need 14. We also need 14 beds as well. Sugar, let's go up to the surface, get that thing. We don't need any more cages. We're probably done with cages and wooden balls and bins. It's time to build 7 new beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need to get a manager in here soon. And what else do we need? Chairs from here. Excuse me. Add T for throne. Nope, that's a table. Add C for throne, which is chair. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I could just do it on repeat, couldn't I? But it might get out of hand and I might end up with billions of chairs. We'll leave it like this for now. Until we've got the manager, it's probably best not to start putting in too many orders. It would get a little bit crazy if we do that, and we don't want craziness. We want sensibleness. A nice, sensible fortress with sensible dwarves doing sensible things. They've got these planted now, so let's see. Why can't we plant... Oh, we can plant plump helmets, they're just not activated. So that was the summer. The next we'll do winter, also plump helmets. If anybody has any input for how farming works and what I should do, I would say now is the time. Now is the time to pipe up and say, actually, scoundrel, here's what you should do, because that's going to help me no end. Masterpiece Hazelwood bed has been produced. That's very nice. Let's do another plump helmet one. Just see if we can get enough growing. Winter again. D. Plump helmets. Autumn. Plump helmet. And spring. Plump helmets. We've got summer. Yeah, we've got summer. Cool. Right, we'll leave that last plot for now. I'll find something to put in there in a minute. What are they digging out here? Oh, that's the archery range, yeah. That's what we're looking for, the archery range. Has any more of the beds been constructed yet? None. What's this little thing down here? A maple stepladder. Oh, I should designate some gathering zones for fruit. What kind of trees have we got? Hazel. Well, of course we can get nuts off a hazel tree. If we come down here, these are the ones I haven't designated for cutting. Walnuts. Alder, no fruit there. Ash, no fruit there. Birch, you can make tea from the sap, but that's about it. Alder, hazel. Okay. This is Nut City. Pecan nuts. We built this city on nuts of various kinds. Almonds. It looks like we don't actually have any fruit. I mean, we've got proper crazy nut volumes, but crazy nut volume. Ugh. But no other exciting stuff. Why is that not? Oh, it's birch. Okay. Okay, so I can set this as a gathering zone. Let's zoom out a little bit. See what else we've got here. Anything else? Almonds. No, you're not going to let me click. You're going to make me go by cursor. Curse you, cursor. Hazels. Okay, well, let's get our dwarves out here gathering nuts. Here we go, gathering nuts in May. I for zones. That's right. And then I'll make it as big as I can. Thusly. There we go. That doesn't act. It's got a big bald spot in the middle with no trees in, but never mind. We'll just make it a pick fruit place. There we go. Set gather information. Yeah, you do all that stuff. You do that. And then we'll build another one over here. Bang. Doing the same thing, except for some reason in a smaller zone. Sure. Hopefully that'll work. If it doesn't work, we'll come back later and figure out what we should be doing rather than what we did. And fingers crossed it will provide us with a little bit of success. Anyway, so we've got food production in hand. Well, we're trying at least. We may not be doing that well, but we're doing okay. We've got the dining hall on its way. No digging out in here yet, although they have started digging out the offices. For some reason they've chosen these offices here, this particular one. I don't know what's made them decide that, but okay. Carry on. Carry on my wayward dwarves. Have we got any more tables to build? That's not build, that's designate. BT, there we go, needs table, no. We got any chairs? Is that C? Needs a throne, no. We have nothing. Precisely bugger all. Right, let's resume it. We don't want to sit here on the pause screen for ages, because that's not going to get us anywhere. We've got a nice weapon stockpile there. Presumably that's where all the spiked balls are. Hopefully we've got enough for a decent bit of trading when our next lot turn up. Hang on a minute. Needs masonry. Okay, I know what to do. Bang. He should build that pretty rapidly. Now he's had all his jobs taken away from the mason's workshop. But we'll see. He may not. He may decide to do something else entirely, which is, you know, I suppose a dwarf's prerogative. Prerogative? Oh, I don't know. Oh, we built that pasture area, but we didn't actually set any animals to it, did we? Idiot. Let's set the pasture information. Oh, we did. Okay. Well, it turns out we've got some new animals anyway, so let's put our yak calf in there, our goat kid, and I think that's it. The rest is all turkeys. Yeah. Cool. We don't have any crafts dwarf workshops, do we? Which means we can't build any nest boxes yet. But frankly, I don't want to start fanning around with crafts dwarves until we've actually got some of these workshop spaces dug out and we can start, you know, building workshops properly. I think the first one I'll do will be the mason's workshop. Yeah, that'll do. We'll need a lot of doors to do all these offices. I'll put doors on them as and when they start getting used. I think that makes sense to me. Vukar made a masterwork bed. Very nice. Someone will be sleeping well in that. And, seeing as they've made a bed, let's add it to here. Build bed. And how many beds have we got? Ah, loads. Got 2 more after this, so 1, 2. That should be 14 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Bang! Lovely. So we have just the right amount of beds for the dwarves we have. How special. And the mason's done his job and built the trading post. Brilliant. Okay, so we are prepared now for someone to arrive. In that case, let's go back to the mason's workshop and add some new tasks. We need chairs still, so... Oh, sorry, I thought that was my list of actual placed orders as opposed to the list of possible orders that it was. Foolish boy. Foolish boy. Let's add a new task here, and I think we should probably get some more of these spiked wooden balls on the go, because they really are just a trader's dream. A trader's dream. Do I want anything else made out of wood right now? Not right now. We seem to have enough of that stuff. So let's just get our level 11 dude churning out balls so he can be just that little bit better at his job. Practice makes perfect, as they say. He needs to get his 10,000 hours in. So, our defences are very weak at the moment. I'm really hoping they pick up the pace. Ah, good, good. They've started digging out the workshops. Maybe I should redesignate these with higher or lower priorities. Actually, I'm gonna set this room up here to 4, so they dig it out first. There we go. Spent ages painting all this in, and now I'm doing it all again. Yay me. Well done, scoundrel. You're so pro. Actually, let's do this with an area designate. Oh yes, look at this. This is how the real pros do it. And then we can go to 5 priority and do this little room. There we go. This will hopefully make it a bit more efficient and let us get some of our stuff in place quicker. Maybe. I mean, no guarantees. It's Dwarf Fortress after all. Everyone could die within the next 10 minutes. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I'm also going to designate... No, we'll leave it rest at 6. It's all fine. Ah, all 3 miners are digging. That's good. I didn't realise we had enough picks. Maybe the newcomer miner brought his own. It's entirely possible, I suppose. Oh, we do need some wheelbarrows as well. Oh, more words from Sneaky the Lost. I tend to make a small corridor with 1 by 3 rooms off of each side as an initial sleeping quarters until I can build more substantial ones. At least then they get solitary quarters, which seems to cause happy thoughts. That's probably a very good observation. Let's go up another floor above the food zone. Here we go. Oh, a nice masterpiece spiked wooden ball. Oh, and we're saving again. Okay, I can wait for the save. I'll have a quick sip of coffee. While we're waiting for the save, I may as well turn the webcam on for a second and show you my mug and say, if any of you happen to be from or in the city of Tacoma in Washington State, United States of America, you may be interested in visiting Tacoma Games. Tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, miniatures, that kind of thing. I mean, you're going to know if that's the kind of place you want to go. I'm just saying, if you're in the area, give them a look. They sent me a mug. Can't be all bad. Oh. Didn't keep my drink warm though, unfortunately. That's gone pretty cold. The save's finished. Let's get rid of this ugly mug and get back to the task in hand. So, let's do this. Let's dig a corridor. A 1 by 3 room off each side. I'm going to make my room slightly bigger. I'm going to dig there. And then we're going to make our corridor come down here. Boof, boof, boof. A bit too far. Boof. And we're going to dig off little bedrooms. One there. And we're going to make them that big. You know what? We can make them this big. They'll fit. So we're going to do that. 3 deep. I know they're a little bit extravagant, but the bigger the room, the better, right? If even the peasants are in fairly decently sized rooms, it shouldn't be too bad, should it? We need 14 bedrooms minimum to accommodate everybody, but once people start moving into bedrooms, we will be able to repurpose the barracks into its final form and make sure that we have some military people training. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit further. Boom, and we'll do 7 on one side, 7 on the other, and bish, bash, bosh, as they say, we will have our bedrooms sorted. Oh, yes. Right. 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4. And then if I just come all the way down to there, we just have to get the deleter out and delete some of these. Oop, bosh, there we go. Load of bedrooms. All done. Done and dusted. Lovely. Okay, and then maybe... Oh no, this corridor needs to come down further, doesn't it? And then turn right, because if it doesn't go down further and turn right, then we're going to end up with a right old bloody mess. There we go. Let's move that over there, and we can pop another bedroom on here. Nice little spare. Good. Very good. Anyway, enough of that. Let's unpause the action and let our miners get on with digging out the bedrooms, and then we can move all the beds over there. Fingers crossed it gets done. Are they still doing the floor above? Yes. Ah, good. We can make our first workshop. Build workshop. Mason's workshop. Mason's workshop. Place that there. And we'll make it out of... Sure, we've got tons of that stuff. We'll use that. And we also need to make a stone stockpile. But I'm going to especially make it so it doesn't hold any ores. Stone S. There we go. Excuse me, I'm about to burp again. What a barbarian. There we go. There's our stone stockpile. And so we click on it, change settings into stone, and we don't want metal ores, so we will forbid those. Do we want economic? Nope, I don't think we want those, but we do want other stone, and we don't want clay. Bang! Lovely. Bang, and the stuff is done. There we go. And back into the action. Brilliant. So now we have our Mason's workshop down here. It's time to go to the surface and decommission this one. Let's cancel all the... There we go, slated for removal. Bosh. Needs masonry. Well, that's okay, because we have a mason. We have a mason knocking around, ready to do the job. Because, frankly, he hasn't got any other jobs to do now that we've shut down his little place of work. Oh, he's done it already. Very effective. Very effective indeed. Okay, so we go over to our workshops. They've abandoned those. I imagine they're working on the bedrooms. Yes, they are. Can I put doors on them yet? B, D. Let's place a door. Do you mind not popping all the way over there, game? We've got 2 doors. I mean, it's not really a lot, but it's a start. Have we got any beds? No. But if we go up to this first floor here, we can start decommissioning some of these little beddy buys. These little Cribbingtons. Remove building. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get rid of those first. Hopefully we won't have everyone wanting to sleep at the same time. Should be awkward. We need to set a hotkey for this place. Shift H, hotkey 5. F5, there we go. Zoom, name, beds. There we go. Sorted. We need to get our mason making more doors, don't we? So let's go to the... There we go. Is that built? It's built. Brilliant. Add door. That's it. Put it on repeat. And then over here, behind, we make P. We make a furniture stockpile. Start it in the corner over here. Bang. Take it up to about here. Yeah. And then here we're going to make a bar block stockpile just for blocks, because he's also going to be making blocks. So let's quickly click on that one. Change the settings. Bars and blocks. We don't want metal bars. We don't want other materials. We want stone and clay. We don't want metal blocks. And we... Sure, we can put those... No, sorry, we don't need that. Good. So that's all set up. And then this is for furniture, but we don't need to change any settings on that because all furniture can go in there. All furniture is created equal in my eyes. Is all furniture truly equal, though? Is a bed better than a chair? I suppose it's very situational, isn't it? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, doors. Aha! We've got a caravan from Kastukos. That's good. Let's watch them come on board. There they are. Happy little lads with their wagons. Trotting along, come to see our traders. They've got a couple of beasts of burden as well. That's good. Let's get them in here. I'll click on the trading post and we'll get our broker up there as soon as possible. Oof, there we go. Trader requested. And we'll also move some goods, which is basically just going to be spiked wooden balls. Weapons, trap components. That'll do. There we go. Hopefully there's some value in there, enough to trade for, and we'll go to get some, I don't know, food or something. Food's definitely on the list of things we need. I'm always on a knife edge when it comes to food, so we'll just buy everything they've got if possible. Hopefully the broker will get there soon, and we should... There you go. This looks like they're bringing up the bins of spike balls, and there should only be 2 other spike balls to come. So, if we're ready, let's have a look. A Gabbro door destroyed by troll. Pardon? Oh, wank. So we've got no trained military, nothing. We may need to engage in a Cryptbeards rush. Those of you who've been here before will know the Cryptbeards rush as my primary military tactic, especially in the early days. What one does with the Cryptbeards rush is you draft everybody into the military without weapons and just fling them at the enemies. It works more often than you'd expect. I mean, we have beaten to death with bare dwarven fists all manner of creatures, and we've come away perfectly alive. I mean, maybe not psychologically unscarred, but yes, Pikmin is a very good example, a very good comparison. That is basically what I do. I blow a little whistle, I dangle a little dangly thing off the top of my head, and they all rush where I tell them to. Although it looks like Cryptbeards XVII may well be over before it really began, with a troll turning up like this, but let's give it a go. I'm going to see what it does. I mean, if it makes its way all the way up to the surface, immediate rush. But if it doesn't, we'll let it just bum around down here. Although, I think smashing that door is a bit of a statement of intent. So let's click on it, follow it, and unpause. Where are you going, Trolley? Oh, yeah, this is a bad time, actually. I immediately forgot from the troll attack that we had ongoing business. I don't know what I want. Sorry, you're going to have to just piss off. This is no time for diplomacy. Did the words piss off not give you a clue? Oh my good God. Bosh. Okay, so following this lad. He's not going anywhere though. Alright, we'll ignore him for now. Let's get up to the top and maybe, just maybe, do some trading. T for trade. Bingo. Oh, look at that. We've got 5 grand's worth of stuff in one bin. Beautiful. Very beautiful. And a grand in this one as well. Bish, bash, bosh, bish, bash, bosh. That's 1 ball. Oh my goodness. Very expensive. Very expensive. Okay, you've got at least 1 Marks dwarf. Lead the troll to the caravan guards. Oh, filthy. Filthy. That's a beautiful idea. I think we might do that. But first, let's have a look and see what they've got for sale. Steel bars. Quite expensive. Don't really want those right now. We brought a load with us, so we're going to be fine for steel for a little while. Sunstones, chert blocks, copper blocks, firelight blocks, raw green glass, clay, llama wool rope. Not seeing anything really here that I want. Excuse me. Maybe we should go for seeing what musical instruments they've got, because they're always good for a laugh to read, and maybe some books. I always do like to buy books. Should start a library up. Copper cage, llama in a cage. I mean, we've got llamas, so it might be nice to add some to our collection. I mean, they are quite expensive. Holy cow. We've got boars and alpacas in cages as well. Is that a breeding pair of boars? No, it's 2 males. Horse milk barrel. Kangaroo's milk barrel. My goodness, they've come from far away. A helmet snake venom. Always worth a chuckle. I do love the name helmet snake venom. I'm sure the helmet snake is a real creature, but it's not what I'm imagining. Cherry wood buckets. No. Excuse my coughing. My voice is going a bit. I may have to call the stream off in a little while. Bismuth bronze warhammer. Maybe. I mean, axes are really what we want. Applewood training axe, not so great. The warhammers might help with your troll problem. Also, a spare pick is never a bad idea. That's a very good point. The pick is probably worth picking up, just in case that other guy who turned up is digging with his hands. Let's get the copper pick because it's nice and cheap. And what else have we got? Warhammers. Do we go for the warhammers? Ideally, I'd like axes, to be honest. Copper. Bronze battle axe. There we go. Holy shit! Thing's worth a fortune. Why? Let's have a quick look at it. V for view good, and V for description. This is a bronze battle axe. This object menaces with spikes of cherry opal, finely crafted band fire opal, and well-crafted walnut wood. That doesn't sound that exciting. Mind you, opal is a ludicrously expensive stone when found rare rather than man-made. I've been watching a program called Outback Opal Hunters, which is a load of old tosh, but fun for what it's worth. And there are loads of people out there in the Australian outback just digging holes in the ground looking for opals. They get very excited when they find it as well. I mean, you would. It's worth quite a lot of money. It's not as good as the Curse of Oak Island, though. I love that. What a load of old nonsense, but what glorious nonsense. Digging massive holes. Love it. So anyway, where are we? Bismuth bronze mail shirts, copper boots. Nothing's really calling to me. I'm not seeing any exciting animals. I'm not seeing any food yet. We did have barrels of milk, but that's not really what I was after. Cave wheat seeds. Yes, we should definitely go for seeds. First we'll go through the main thing and then I'll just do a search for seeds and buy everything they've got. Silk bags, quicklime bag. Is that a bag of quicklime or a bag made of quicklime? Actually, that question answers itself. I don't think a bag made of quicklime sounds very practical, especially not in the rain. Cave wheat seeds, willow chests, leather bins. As always with the leather bins, they've got so much of the stuff. Cloth bins, leather bins, cloth bins. Koboldite figurine of a Cyclops. What's this? Oh, it's a book. Good. Let's have a little look at the books. This is a finely crafted Koboldite figurine of a Cyclops. The item is an image of a Cyclops in Koboldite. It is encrusted with rectangular kunzite cabochons, decorated with well-crafted tower cap, and encircled with bands of oval-cut brown zircons. Oh, it wasn't a book, it was a statue. But whatever. Okay. Figurine of an eye by the look of it. Silver boats, copper bolts. Reindeer antler crown, microcline earring, steel anvils. My God, where are they expecting to sell all these? Here we go. Food, prepared mule heart, bang, drouther brain, river otter lung, giant. Can I just? Yeah, I can. Hold shift and press down arrow. Bang, chopped giant liver. Wombat tripe. Let's just keep going down till I don't see any more fish. Whoa, plum helmets, yeah. Red spinach leaves, artichoke hearts. Oh my goodness. You're going to be eating well for a little while. Raspberries, garlic bulbs, quarry bush leaves, artichoke hearts, blueberries. It's getting a bit repeaty, isn't it? There we go, pigtail thread. So how much value have we got there? $1,000. One of my spike balls will pay for all the food. Isn't that lovely? Grizzly bear leather trousers. Naked mole dog leather trousers. Nah, I don't think they're that exciting. Giant copper axe blade. Nah. Spiked steel ball. Jesus. I've got to get into the steel ball game. Look at that price. My wooden balls seem practically valueless when compared. Cheese. This is food, isn't it? Alpaca cheese. Yay. Cheesy, 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 cheese. Cheese. And we don't want the splints. Splints, crutches. Rutile bookbinding, a green glass M keyboard. I don't want to look at the keyboard. I want to see the actual material, the actual instrument itself. Scroll rollers. Climate. Fact or fiction? Oh, is climate fictional? This is a kangaroo parchment scroll. The rollers are made from garnierite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Climate, Fact or Fiction, authored by Monom Lettercolor. It concerns the division of the world into climate zones. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. I think we might have to buy it anyway, because I do love a good book. I do like building my library. Fouled Water, My Life. Let's have a little look and see what this is about. This is a loon parchment scroll. The rollers are made from dacite, or dacite, I don't know, we'll have to figure out how that's pronounced. Written on the item is a manual entitled Fouled Water, My Life, authored by Erith Worthycave. It concerns the connection between disease and fouled water. The writing is throughout ornate and refined. Overall, the prose is masterful. Well, good. I fancy that. You know what, I'm going to buy the books. We haven't got any bookcases or anything. We haven't got a library, but I'm going to start buying stuff. Doesn't matter. How about a lignite-bound codex? Let's see what we've got here. This is a lignite-bound codex. The written portion consists of a one-page manual entitled Explorations of the Height of Tides, authored by Uvash Hatchet Healing. It concerns the height of the tides, the moon and the sun. Overall, the prose is passable. Doesn't matter, it goes into the Cryptbeards library. Slate-bound codex, what have we got here? This is a slate-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 131-page manual entitled Book of Rainfall and Rivers, authored by Libash Heat Fountains. It concerns a worldwide cycle involving precipitation, oceans, rivers, and other forms of water. Overall, the prose is great. There's a very watery theme running through these books. A Pericles-bound codex. Let's have a look at the Pericles one. This is a Pericles-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 93-page manual entitled Animal Societies, Problems and Solutions, authored by Logan Webbronze. It concerns the social behaviour of creatures. The writing contains some asides related to the author's preferences. Overall, the prose is great. Good. Goes in the library. Vellum sheet. Don't need any of these sheets. Unless they've got stuff on them. Let's just check. This is a wild boar parchment sheet. Lovely. Cougar parchment, polar bear parchment, and goose parchment. Right. Well, we've got all the stuff we wanted there done. So let's press Q for a search and type in seeds. So we want cave wheat seeds. Is that all they've got? Ah, no. If I get rid of C and type in spawn. Type in plump. Yeah, we've already got all the plump helmets. Doesn't matter, so this is good. So value 3,488. Let's have a little look at what we can do here. Well, these two balls alone get very close. They're 4 grand. So let's see if they're willing to trade for this. Shall we? Did anybody see anything overly exciting that I should have noted on? Shall I do that? Dwarves are doing goddamn modern science. They are indeed, Epic Man. 12391. I think I'll stick with Epic Man. It's a little bit less of a mouthful. You reckon the steel bars? We did bring some with us. I mean, I suppose I can afford the steel bars. How many have they got? If I search for steel. The Riddle of Steel. That's Stel, not steel. There's steel. So steel bars, steel anvils. I mean, I could buy one. We've got the money. Or have we? Whatever. Clear search to trade. There we go. So currently the value's at 3,788 and my value is at 4838. So let's see if this is a good trade. It's T to trade. Here it goes. Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Yes. Yes, I am. Aban seems pleased with the trading. That's good, and we've still got 2 grand of balls left, so excellent news. Right, what's the next order of business? Let's pause, because I believe the order of business does involve a troll, and we have to decide how to respond to this incursion. Oh, dearie me. Well, I mean, ideally, I'd like to have a ton of cage traps and just never have to fight the thing until we've got it in a nice controlled area. But if it's already hovering at the lower end of the staircase, I'm not sure we have the time for that to happen because we don't have a mechanic's workshop. Our mechanic isn't trained at all, so they're going to take absolutely ages to build just their first mechanism. We do have a load of cages, though, so there is that. There is that. We do have... Oh no, I've only got the 1 axe. But the one guy who has the axe is relatively competent with it, so that's the thing. That's the thing. Maybe I should set my military up. Maybe I should start putting old Axie Boy into the military. I mean, have we got a few leftovers from the migrant wave? I'm just glancing over here at the therapist and seeing. No, yeah, everyone's not really being used for anything in particular, so maybe we could start building our military, get some training going on. It's definitely an option. Although, having said that, it is 3 a.m. here, so it might make sense for me, after this hour-long recording, to actually call it a night, because I get the feeling that the next few moments are going to be pretty tense, and so maybe we should have that as an exciting beginning to the next episode. Those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. It's been a pleasure recording for you, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.